Good morning to you and many thanks for joining us for Sports Today on ABS TV. It's a Friday and the last, of course, a day in the week, you have to say. That's a working day, weekday it is. My name is Ike Nwokedi and Sports Today returns with a banger, special edition of the show today. Today on the show, you know what we'll do here. We'll talk about grassroots and sports at its best. But before we talk about grassroots sports at its best, I will tell you what's happening in the world of sports. There's been a lot of issues and a lot of effect, a positive one at that, happening in the world of sports. Top on the bill is football. We'll tell you about the Anambra Independent Football League that enters match day 28 today. We'll talk about match day 35 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. We'll also be talking about the Nigeria Nationwide League. Awka City Stadium will be on the focus today. And then we'll talk about the lifting of the ban for basketball in Nigeria. After a whole lot of talks, now the ban has been lifted and basketball can now go on. And our D-Tigers are set up for the qualifiers at the African level. We'll talk about that on the show. And then we'll tell you on the grassroots level, we'll talk about a club known as the Wilson FC of Obono. But let's begin with our first story. Talk about the Anambra Independent Football League, the vibrant AIFL. He enters match day 28 today, and is a league that grows across the length and breadth of the state. Today, matches will be played at the Aguluzibo Township Stadium, Oye, in Aguluzibo. That's where actions, 4 matches that will be played today will be happening. Let's just give you a lowdown of the fixtures. At 9 a.m. today, the game has started. Ozala FC of Onitsha is expected to take on Dosad FC of Enugu. Elsewhere, by 11 o'clock, we'll have a Hopeland FC of Nnewi will trade tackles with our FC Hagdove. By 1 p.m. is Mekong United will take on Rangers FA, and then by 3 p.m. Beledu United is expected to take on Cardinal Arinze FC. Cardinal Arinze FC is of Onitsha. Mekong United right now on top of the log. This is a club that play at Omonze, and they'll be playing Rangers FA of China. That match is coming up by 1 p.m. later today. We'll move to the Nigeria Professional Football League. There are actions for match day 36 of the MPFL. Niger Tornadoes is expected, match day 35 I should say. Niger Tornadoes is expected to host Takwara United. Watch out for Sunshine Stars MFM. Enyimba International is at home to Heartland FC, the Oriental Derby. This one is happening at the Enyimba International Stadium in Aba. Watch out for Castina United, expected to host the Remo Stars. Lobby Stars is at home to Dakada FC. Makwa United will play Plateau United at the Goswell Akpabio International Sports International Stadium, known as the Nest of Champions. Watch out for Gombe United, Wiki Tourists, and then Shooting Stars will host the Abia Warriors at the Adama Simba. That's the Lekan Salami Stadium in Ibadan. And then Kano Pillars is at home to Rangers International, and Nasarawa United, Rivers United is on another match on the card. This time around it will be happening at the Lafia Stadium out there in Lafia. And let me tell you that here in Anambra State, there will be Nigeria Nationwide League action. Aspire FC of Adaziani will today take on Ingas FC of Enugu, a match day 10 program of the Nationwide League, and a win for Aspire FC will put them in pole position for a playoff for qualification for the second tier of Nigerian club football, which is at the Nigeria National League. And the match is expected to be played by 3 p.m. at the Awka City Stadium. So you can find your way to the Awka City Stadium from 2 p.m. to see that action. It's a match between Aspire FC, expected to take on the club from Enugu, that's Ingas FC of Enugu. Away from that, let's tell you that in athletics, the Anambra State Sports Development Commission, ASSDC, is set to hold the first Anambra State Junior Athletics Championship. The championship is for under 15 and the under 17 categories for secondary schools, and the championship holds at the Awka City Stadium, and we hear it's coming on the 30th of June. That's the final day of the month of June and the 1st of July. So it ends the month of June and opens up at the month of July. We'll start with the athletics championship for under 15, under 17 at the secondary school level. It is a program powered by the Anambra State Sports Development Commission. So in due course, we'll try and see if we can get the chairman of the Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Honorable Chief Tony Oli, to talk us through on what is going to go down next weekend Thursday, Friday to be precise. We'll try and bring him here on the Friday edition of our Sports Today to tell us about the under-15 and under-17 athletics championship in their state. And now time for us to move away. Let's talk about grassroots football. We hear about the whole clubs in Anambra State. When you talk about prominent clubs in Anambra State, you talk about Nnewi United, Aspire FC, Odala FC, Dosad FC of Enugu, Mekong United, and a whole lot of them. Hopeland FC joining the picture. But there is a new kid on the block, a club called the Wilson FC. That club plays their game in Okpuno, or it is based or domiciled in Okpuno. It's a grassroots football club, and they want to relaunch football in Oka in a style and a special way. And that's why the Wilson FC comes on the focus on the show. Well, joining me on the show this morning, I have the team manager of the Wilson FC and also the coach, the head coach of the Wilson FC, the team manager of the Wilson FC, Adolfo Sekeke, joins me on the show this morning, as well as a coach, Stanley Chinwendo Ozemena, who is actually the coach of the Wilson FC. Team manager, good morning to you. Thanks a lot for being on Sports Today.
Good morning. I appreciate that. It's nice being on stage today.
Okay, over to my right-hand side, I have coach Stanley Chinwendo Ozemena, who's also grounded when you talk about football in Anambra State in the aspect of coaching. Good morning to you. Thanks for being on the show.
Good morning, Dr. Ike.
Okay, let's start with the Wilson FC in terms of how the club came into existence. The team manager, Adolfo Sekeke, you may wish to tell us about this club. Literally speaking, a lot of persons started hearing about the Wilson FC. Good thing you're putting on the outfit, which I know at the end of the show I'll have my shirt. Tell us more about this club.
Well, to be sincere, I'm happy to be here this morning. And good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Anambra State. Good morning, everyone. And Dr. Ike, good morning.
Thank you.
I'm really grateful. The Wilson FC is a club that was formerly. It was just a joke, and two boys came together with argument. I can play more than you, I can play more than you. And these two guys were friends of the same school.
Okay.
So they lost contact, but suddenly they came together. And they were like, are you still informed? He said, yes, I'm still informed. Forget the big stomach, I'm still informed. So that day, on a very good Saturday, they decided to go to the field. And then there was no field. It was just a small place. And the both of them started playing. So they said, no, let's call that of our friends, our past friends. Let's come together and make it a wonderful game. So they called their friends and they came. I was among. We just started playing the game. So time goes on, we started seeing more people more youth from Okpuno there who were interested in playing football. So we came together and suddenly it came to us like, since we can get such beautiful football players here in Okpuno, why not form a club as well? So we thought, we checked and we slept with it and woke up and said, okay, let's try forming a club and see how it goes. So from there we decided to put heads together, make inquiries of how to make this club. And at the end, to God be the glory, we were able to form a club just by little hands contribution, and here we are today.
Guys, are you hearing the story? It started like a joke. It started like a joke. Hey, I can play, you can play. It's more like a tussle between us. And then he metamorphosed into what we call the Wilson FC. What a story for the club. And I have to say congratulations to you guys for actually making this thing come to fruition. Now you have this as a representative of the proprietor. First, I need to know the name of the proprietor. I'm not even in the know of his name and what he does. But what I know is that he's a sports enthusiast for him to get into this. Tell us about the idea and the concept behind the formation of this club.
Well, the idea was at first, before we started, we had a goal. He was someone that doesn't like football, but seeing these guys alone was something that gave him more zeal to put interest in football.
Okay.
So now we decided that if we are going to open a club, let's make it a business football club. So he said, okay, I think I buy the idea. And God being so kind, he called people from his contacts, people that he knows, and shared this idea with them. And they said, okay, let's give it a trial. Let's see how it goes. Since this is what you want, since this is the mission of the club, helping the youths that are very talented and having nothing to do on the streets, instead of roaming about looking for where to steal from one shop to another, involving themselves in criminal cases. So let's bring them together and let's play football. Then at the end, if they are good, let's move them out of Nigeria, because these people, their talent should not die here in Nigeria.
I like that fact that you say let's move them out of Nigeria.
Exactly.
So it's now a project that has moved from grassroots now to the state level and wants to go international. I like the concept and the dream. I'll still come back to you. Now, the Wilson FC coach, Chimwendo Stanley Ozemena, you've come into the picture as a coach. Where does this club play their home matches? And more importantly, tell us about the playing personnel you have, maybe the number of players, defenders, goalkeepers, midfielders, also technical crew, and other team officials. Yes, we have one team official here already in the person of Adolfo Segeke. You may wish to tell us where you play and also other salient details about the club.
Thank you, the viewers. I think our playing ground, or let's say where we base, at Okpono, Ezenivite precisely. That is our playing ground, training ground. And the Wilson FC will have the minimum of 28 players on camp. As I'm talking to you, the age bracket 20 down. So, and the coaching crew will have both the goalkeeper trainer, medicals, all of them are on ground. So everything is set and it's going well with the Wilson FC.
Okay. So basically the players you have in your arsenal or you are looking at a target of under 20 at this point in time, players that you know that are marketable, that you can sell to other teams and also other clubs per se.
Yeah, this is the aim and objective of the team, to have age bracket from 20, 17 to 20, which you know this is grassroots. For us to get raw talent, we need to go down to that age. Then, as you said, marketable. The project of the team was move this player to the highest level, and it doesn't end in Nigeria. So for us to do this business and achieve our goals, we need that age bracket.
In that age bracket. So we'll be watching it. Now, the club has been floated plans, or are the plans to play competitive football. I know here in Anambra State we have a vibrant league. Anambra Independent Football League has been in the picture. And of recent, just sometime last week, we started hearing about Oka Football League project. Plans to play there next season. Do you have that in mind?
Definitely. AF League have come to stay, and I enjoy the league. Has given the grassroots clubs around this place hope to always showcase our raw talent. And the Wilson FC have the plan. We're just waiting for the current season to be concluded, then we'll come in. We'll have that plan. Also the Oka South League ongoing. We're already part of it. I think we had our first opening match, and to God may have it, I think we are still topping the log with our beautiful 3 points and clean sheet.
A good 3 points it was for you against a team like a Peace FC. How was it for you in that first match playing in the Oka South Football League?
Yeah, first of all, I will say kudos to the chairman, Mr. Ophili, who has been on the LOC, people in charge of the competition, the effort they put on ground. And our first game was hard because we were facing a team that the team that was informed that they played FA Cup final against New United, and they have to lose that game through penalty. So it was not an easy game for us, But we had a game plan. I know PCFC very well, so we had structured that the way to get our point and gave the boys instruction exactly, and they executed it the way we planned it.
Okay.
And we will not forget favor from God, because you can't do it all this alone.
Definitely.
So as God may have it, He favored us. We had that point. And having a good ground to play such game will also make everything sweet for you. And you saw Oka City Stadium.
Yeah.
Very, very okay. I wish we have that kind of field, like 2 or 3 in this Oka. Then we are good to go.
Let me come to the team manager of the Wilson FC, Mr. Adolfo Sekeke. Now, usually when you form a club, or when a club is formed, registration and affiliation to Professional Football League club comes to mind. Has the club identified with the Anambra State Football Association? I was about asking about the local football council, but since the club plays at the Okasa Football League, of course I know it's affiliated. But what about the Anambra State Football Association, that are in charge of football in the state?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so already you guys are affiliated with the team, and you're good to go when you talk about competitions are being organized by the Anambra State Football Association. Now, since the club came into being, what has been the perception of the indigenes of Okpuno and Oka as a dynasty?
Well, happiness everywhere.
Okay.
You know, it's a beautiful thing to come into one's town and develop something that will enhance the community, grow more. So bringing out a football club in Okpuno there has given them, in fact, it has brought more light to them. They now see the reasons why they need to let these talented youths, those who have nothing to do, go into this place, exhibit your talent, and leave the rest to God. We are fully behind you.
Okay, now for Coach Stanley Ozemena, for a footballer who wants to play for the Wilson FC, when will the club be organizing a recruitment program to strengthen the base of the club? Are you planning on any scouting program anytime soon?
Yeah, we'll have our plans. We'll have our plans. Once the time for us to go in for scouting programs, will affect it. But as it stands now, the target of the team is to get young footballers that are talented, who wants to make this game their career. So we didn't close door for scouting program. We can get in player at any given time once the player is good and highly disciplined. The most importantly, the player must be disciplined. Okay. You understand me?
That's a watchword.
Yeah, that is a watchword for us to scout. So the message is that if you have a good, young, talented player that are disciplined, you don't wait for us to open scouting program to bring in the player. Okay. Just head to the Wilson management or notify the team manager or the coach. We'll give the player immediate trials. Then once he's good, he's in. And I bet you, you never can tell what will happen from there.
How many players do you have in your arsenal right now?
We have currently 28 players.
28 players, yes. Okay.
In camp. They are well taken care of in this Okpuno. Okay.
Now, let me come back to the team manager, Mr. Adolfo Sekeke. Starting a project of this nature is always good, but if you go down memory lane in football in Anambra State, clubs like Jasper United comes to mind, Udoji United in Oka defunct comes to mind, and then Gabros International, which metamorphosed into FC Fanyoba, and then we had Newi United, we have Aspire FC, we have Odala. Now, I just want to bring in the case of Jasper and Udoji United. What efforts have been made, or what are your plans to ensure that this project is sustainable, not the one that will start today and tomorrow we'll start hearing stories that, hey, the Wilson FC is no more?
Yeah. We have made an arrangement before now. Even before the club kicked off, we had a lot of savings that can sustain us for a very long period of time. because before we started the club, we looked into our pockets.
Okay.
And we looked into those who wants to invest in the club. And we looked into those who wants to support the club.
Yeah.
So after bringing all this together, we discovered that, yes, we can make it. And to God be the glory, we were actually paying these players. But the payment was based on number of players we had. And that is why we are not trying to make our club a club that has many players.
Okay.
We just have the numbers of players we want in a club, numbers that we can be able to fetch for, like give account for, without having a breakdown. So what we do now is be saved for the future.
Okay, be saved for the future.
Be saved for the future.
So in terms of sustainability, you can actually assure the fans that nothing will happen to the Wilson FC. This club has come to stay and will stay here for a long, long time and perform in Anambra football lines. Let me come back to Coach Ozemena. Now, in the future, do you have plans of engaging a foreign scout to market your players with possibility of them playing at the highest level of Nigerian football, maybe the Nigeria Professional Football League or outside the shores of the country?
Yeah, yes. The plan is there already, because there is no way you take players off the shores of the country without due process.
Okay.
The management have their structure and their links on bringing in foreign scouts, even local scouts that will work with to help push these players to next level. And you know, it's not something that you will do in a day or two. The structure is there, the plans are there.
Yeah.
So with time, the management will be taking care of that. So I can assure you that soon, Oka and Anambra, by say, will hear from the Wilson FC about our powerful scouting program that will be coming on soon.
It's Sports Today on ABS TV, and we are having our guest today at the Wilson FC, the new kids on the block, a club based in Opuno. We'll have the team manager of the Wilson FC talking about Mr. Adolfo Sekeke, and also the coach of the Wilson FC, Coach Stanley Ozemena, in the house talking about the Wilson FC. Now the team manager, a whole lot lies on your shoulder as the team manager. Definitely. Are there challenges you face in management and administration of this club?
Well, a big yes to that. There are many challenges. You know, I really thank God because He gave me the strength. You know, I need to look into my players. Every day, I get one complaint or the other.
Management of the players.
It's just too hectic for me. But what am I there for? I need to solve everything. You know, handling such problem, one need to be careful.
Okay.
Especially what you say, what you tell these players. You know, you don't just give them an empty word. You give them a word that they can queue in, believe in, and see. In case tomorrow you tell them that this is what you want to do, they believe that yes, he's going to do it. So, all glory to God because He has the one giving me that strength. Definitely the headache is too much. Okay. But we are moving forward.
Keep on waxing strong.
Yes.
Now, finally from Chinwendu, I'd like to get your message to the fans of the Wilson FC in Oka and beyond.
Okay, the message to the fans that the Wilson FC have come to stay. And we are here to give them a good, sound football. Some of my fans calls me Guardiola or Garden. You understand me? We still want to implement that our fans can sit down, watch a beautiful football, enjoy it, and also helps our future grassroots footballers that are aiming to take this game as their career. There is hope. They should keep working hard, and we believe soon the Wilson FC will take them to their destination. Okay.
In 30 seconds, Mr. Adolfo Sekeke, team manager of the Wilson FC, your message to the fans of the club?
Well, my message to the fans and to the club is I want to thank everybody for supporting us, and I want to give a short word to everyone that we are not coming to fail anyone. We have come to say, we have come to fly. We are the pride of the East, and definitely we are going to make everyone proud. So keep on supporting us. We will give you beautiful football no matter what. Any day, anytime, we are here to showcase a beautiful players with beautiful skills.
Just quickly remind me of where the Wilson FC plays their game, a home game. Ezinifite Okpuno.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Coach Stanley Chimwendo Zemena, coach of the Wilson FC of Okpuno. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Dr. Ike.
Mr. Adolfo Sekeke, team manager of the Wilson FC. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Now you've heard the story of the Wilson FC as a new kid on the block, and now there in Oka, if you're a sports follower, football enthusiast to be precise, it's an opportunity for you to be part of this process, the Wilson FC, and find a way to get to Ezinifite Okpuno ground where they play their home ground. And that's what we'll do here. We'll bring clubs like this to the limelight. And before we go, let me inform you that President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday, of course, approved the immediate return of Nigeria to international basketball competition. This was announced at a press briefing in Abuja on Thursday by the Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Ismail Abubakar. According to Abubakar, the approval was granted following a letter of appeal dated June 17th by Musa Kida, leader of the Nigeria Basketball Federation Board, and addressed to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, talking about Sunday Dare. That's the size of the show this morning. Sports Today on ABS TV. Thanks a lot for being part of it. We'll be back next Friday for another episode of the show. My name is Ike Mwokede. Have a lovely weekend. Bye-bye now.